Hello, my friends. Especially today, I'm very grateful to Mr. Orbán, President of Hungary, because he invited me to join the list of most beautiful people on the earth. Because now I'm prohibited to enter Hungary, like my commander, Robert Magyar Brody, mayor, who is commander of unmanned system forces of Ukrainian armed forces. And I'm also added to this list, and I think it's very good to us because I don't wanna to leave my commander alone in the list of good people. What is the pity side? For several years, from the beginning of big invasion in Ukraine by Russian army, very sad invasion for them and also for us because we have a big casualties, but we disrupted all the myths about superiority of power of Russian Empire, of USSR, and all this communist ghost of past. We destroyed thousands of Russian tanks. We destroyed Russian strategical bomber aviation and air forces. We destroyed, I think, at least 1 million of casualties of Russian soldiers who invaded our land. And we saved time for Europe, for all European nations, to be ready for all that hard period in history of mankind, which expects all of us in close future. And we do it with a hard job, with big casualties and the big energy of all of Ukrainian society. And I visit by NATO invitation many Western armies. I was in Poland, was in Balkan countries. I speak with our colleagues from France, Germany, United States, Great Britain, and we share from Ukraine, from Ukrainian unmanned system forces, our experience of modern war. We share lessons which we learned from this bloody war, and we do it for free for all the Western armies because we appreciate your help, appreciate support of your people to Ukraine, to Ukrainian army, and for directly said for the freedom of normal civilized life in the Europe, in especially in the Eastern Europe. And Hungary now closed the gates for this experience from Ukraine. I cannot now visit Hungary. My commander cannot visit Hungary, and he is Magyar by ethnicity. And instead of giving him a present from the Hungary, because he is a famous soldier, famous commander, famous officer who built a big system, instead of giving me invitation to Hungary to help you to establish a modern army to be ready for modern conflicts, because everybody now is trying to have more powerful army, and Hungary stopped this process by decision of president of his party. He stopped a possibility to Hungarian army to be more powerful, more experienced, and instead of it, Mr. Orbán wanted to sit on a Russian pipeline with the oil. And it's very strange because usually Russians use these pipelines in this war to go under the ground and trying to infiltrate and to attack somebody. We have 3 incidents when Russians use pipelines to go in deep behind positions and trying to attack, and they have a lot of casualties. And I think Mr. Orbán doing a very big mistake because he exchanging some political benefits and some dirty, bloody money for possibility to have Russian help and Russia some fuel. So you can take Hungarian people, Hungarian nation, Hungarian government can take for free like a gold price experience of modern war drawn from Ukraine. But you wanna to exchange it on Russian fuel, bloody fuel, and we even not guilty in it because we in a war. Every day we have a casualty from civilian people, childs, and our fields was destroyed by Russian troops, by Russian mines. And it's not our duty that modern world, modern civilized world, don't want to have some benefits, body benefits from Russia. And we can see it from the Poland, from the Balkan countries, from Finland, from Norway, from Germany, from France, from Great Britain. Nobody wanted to take a business with the KGB mafia because it's very dangerous. And you see how many terroristical acts do these people in countries which not in war with Russia. They only support us. As for me, I'm really maybe even grateful to Mr. Orban because I spent a lot of time to investigate and to read about Hungarian uprising against Soviet occupation in 1956. And maybe it's a good possibility to me to know more about horror terror against free people from the KGB and communist mafia. And now the same people with the same flags, with red flags, with the same communistic forces from the North Korea, the same people are going to Europe, and we in Ukraine defending Europe now. Because everybody understands it. Next will be Balkan countries, next will be Poland, next will be Hungary, next will be Romania, next will be maybe on Balkan some country. Because everybody remember about 2017 when was some trying of the uprising of some special forces hired by Russia in Montenegro. It's very good that Montenegro government saved the country from the occupation by some proxy forces of Russia. And I don't know what interests support Mr. Orban when he wanted to have a friend, Mr. Putin, when he wanted to trade, when he wanted to be as a light to have guys from KGB, from FSB. I'm really surprised that somebody now in modern world can forget about terror in the close past and wanted to take hand of ancestors of this communistic regime and don't want to have friendship with Ukraine. Very strange situation. But anyway, I understand that Mr. Orban, maybe and others, they wanted to have a hate atmosphere, to take some benefits of Russian money on some maybe elections. It's very funny that one man in such historical hard times do not want to make his nation stronger in Europe and in a modern world, but wanted to have some dirty money from some Asian communistic despoty authoritarian regime. But since of everybody will be judged by a God, now anyway, I'm very appreciate all the guys from Hungary or Hungarian who fights in Ukrainian armed forces in my regiment. And any dirty politician guy cannot change my opinion about all three people who help in Ukraine to support a process of putting a point in the history of communistic monster. Because now it's very strange in modern world. We really trying to once and forever stop this communistic threat to civilized people. And I hope, now I cannot enter Hungary, so I advise make an invitation to every Hungarian free people to join Ukrainian armed forces. You will get experience about modern warfare, and you will make your country stronger, and you will help us and you also and all the Europe to finish these communist bastards who do the biggest maybe genocides in world history, like it was in Ukraine with Holodomor, and it was catastrophe with the hunger, and like it was in Budapest in 1956. Thanks for all people who are not losing their mind and trying to make their country stronger and not trying to have dirty deal with the communist devil. Thank you.